That's before. Stay! Hey! Stop the Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car!
November 2022, Deputy Michael Noel of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office spotted a driver who was allegedly following his patrol vehicle too closely. Deputy Noel pulled and stopped the car and engaged him in an angry exchange, responding arrogantly despite the driver's compliance and courtesy. The driver handed up his license but took some time to locate his registration and evidence of insurance. Meanwhile, another pickup truck operated by Kenneth Espinoza, the driver's father, was parked behind Deputy Noel's car. Mr. Espinoza was only waiting for his son to arrive so they could continue to a repair shop.
Okay, when you find that, stay in the vehicle, your registration and insurance. I'll be back.
After checking the driver's information, Deputy Noel informed him that he was being ticketed for following too closely under Colorado law, which is a Class A traffic offense.
Did you find it?
Good.
You didn't find it?
No, you didn't have to be a simple problem.
So you didn't find your insurance or registration? Okay. All right. You're getting a citation, so go ahead and close your door.
As Deputy Noel returned to his patrol vehicle to give the citation, another officer, Lieutenant Henry Trujillo, arrived and began arguing with Mr. Espinoza. Despite Mr. Espinoza's explanation that he was waiting for his son, both cops asked him to leave. Mr. Espinoza obeyed and began driving away, but Deputy Noel decided to cause trouble by holding onto the vehicle's door handle and demanding him to stop. Surprisingly, Deputy Noel drew out a service revolver and pointed at Mr. Espinoza, demanding that he exit the vehicle.
Do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over? I ain't stopped right behind you. Okay, you don't need to be here. I ain't stopped right behind you, okay? You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son. He's my ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's before. Stay! Hey! Stop the car! Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car!
What are you gonna do? You gonna?
SD4, give me the radio. Get out the car! 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 Get out the car!
Lieutenant Trujillo also uses taser on Mr. Espinoza while questioning the cops about their behavior.
Hey, now! Get out
the car!
They don't have jurisdiction over. Get out of the car!
He physically restrained Mr. Espinoza by yanking on his arm, preventing him from opening the door.
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're gonna get lit up.
I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna get lit up.
Breaking my arm, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get out.
Despite his lack of resistance, Deputy Noel tased Mr. Espinoza many times. Lieutenant Trujillo then handcuffed, manhandled, and tased in the face and threw Mr. Espinoza into a police van where the door crashed into his leg.
Get in the car.
Now.
Damn, I'm fucking.
Now.
Fucking. Get in the car. No. This is ridiculous. That's the car. God damn, I don't fit.
That's the car.
The fuck wrong with this?
After this, Deputy Noel was searching inside Mr. Espinoza's pickup truck, and Lieutenant Trujillo went back to Mr. Espinoza to ask for his information. In response, Mr. Espinoza said that he refuses to answer questions. This apparently triggered Lieutenant Trujillo and sent him on a power trip as he aggressively pulled Mr. Espinoza out of the patrol vehicle, and all three officers on the scene dragged him on the ice violently. While being searched.
Following that, Deputy Noel examined Mr. Espinoza's pickup truck while Lieutenant Trujillo requested Mr. Espinoza's information. When Mr. Espinoza refused to answer questions, Lieutenant Trujillo roughly took him out of the patrol vehicle, and all three officers dragged him violently onto the ice while searching him. Mr. Espinoza complained about having taser pins placed into his lip, causing visible damage to his mouth.
What's your date of birth?
Don't answer questions. Take me to jail.
You're going to jail.
Call my attorney.
Call your attorney.
Okay.
You're going to jail. You're going to get charged further if you don't give us the information we need.
It's okay.
Where's your ID? You have your wallet on you?
Don't do that, man.
I'm going to get you out. I'm going to pat search you. Now get out.
I got my wallet.
Get out now. Get out of the car now. Get out the car. Okay. Okay.
Damn.
This is how it's going to work. Okay. You're going to do what you're told to do, and that's it. Stand up. Up against the car. Spread your feet.
Later, the district attorney declared that no charges would be filed against Mr. Espinoza, thereby ending that matter. Mr. Espinoza's counsel claimed that a civil case would be filed, claiming multiple instances of police wrongdoing. Both officers involved are still on duty, and an internal inquiry is underway to establish whether they committed misconduct. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department refuses to comment on the case. Here's our next investigation.
You can't record inside the building facility.
I have a law right here. You want to take a look at?
First you're going to have to step out for me.
Please don't touch me.
All right, then step out.
Don't touch me.
All right, so step out the facility.
Touch me.
All right, so step out the facility.
Hey, get off of me. Get off of me.
All right, now we can talk.
I'm getting my property.
In a concerning incident, an NYPD officer has been captured on camera attempting to delete a journalist's footage. The journalist had requested to speak with a supervisor but was disregarded. The officer accused the journalist of trespassing and initiated an arrest. However, the journalist argued that he had the right to record under New York State and city law. Despite the officer confiscating the journalist's phone, the journalist criticized the NYPD for violating constitutional rights and pledged to take legal action against the unlawful policies. The incident highlights the ongoing debate surrounding the freedom of the press and the accountability of law enforcement.
You can't record inside the building facility. I'm going to ask you to step out.
Can I ask you to step out?
First you're going to have to step out.
I have a law right here. You want to take a look at?
First you're going to have to step out for me.
Please don't touch me.
All right, then step out.
Don't touch me.
All right, so step out the facility.
Don't touch me.
All right, so step out the facility. Sir, right now you're trespassing.
Don't touch me.
Right now you're trespassing.
Hey, get off of me. Get off of me.
All right, now we can talk. Now we can talk outside.
Read the law that says I have the right to do it.
We can talk outside. Now
You're a law enforcement officer. Read the law.
You wanted to talk.
I'm going inside where I have the right to record. I do. I have the right to record.
All right, you're trespassing.
I'm not.
I asked you to leave, and you're refusing to leave.
I'm not trespassing.
Now you're not. Now you're not because you're outside. So
no, I'm not trespassing in a building that I pay for either.
So let's talk.
The journalist seeks to speak to a supervisor, but his request is dismissed. Despite asserting his right to record based on New York State and city law, the officer accuses him of trespassing and attempts to arrest him. The journalist's effort to engage with a higher authority goes unanswered, raising concerns about transparency and accountability within the police force. The incident highlights the ongoing struggle to protect citizens' constitutional rights to record law enforcement activities and calls for further examination of policies that may impede such rights.
You guys are out of
Have a good day, man. Come in through those doors. If he grabs those, all right, he's trespassing. He was right inside. You got cuffs? You got cuffs? Put your hands behind your back.
Look at the law. I'm not resisting.
All right, so put your hands behind your back. All right, so put your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting.
All right, good.
I'm not resisting.
All right.
There you go. Read this law, by the way. All right. What am I arrested for?
Trespassing. I told you not to step into the police facility.
Don't take it. I'm not resisting.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'll delete it. I'll shut it off. He's allowed to record. My camera's still on, by the way.
Look, and the other one is coming.
It's fine. I'll talk to him too.
I'm not resisting.
I'm not telling you you're resisting. I'm checking your pockets in case you have
I'm just
anything.
making sure that you know I'm not resisting. That's all. I'm not resisting at all.
You were looking for this.
I was looking for what?
This interaction.
I was looking for you to take away my freedom? Why would I want you to take away my freedom for?
Can't come in. Don't come in.
Why would I want you to take away my freedom for?
Do you mind just getting the petty?
Yeah, I got you. Read the law. You don't like cameras, man? You
saw it, right?
You don't like transparency. guarantee him $1,000 for me. So please don't take my money. What's the idea?
Anything else?
You want to read that law? There's a law that says I'm being serious for you. But what I'm saying is you arrested me on what? I'm arrested. I'm placed under arrest. For what? For what? For what crime? No, for what crime? For trespassing. How does trespassing, officer, how does it supersede?
The officer accused the journalist of trespassing and tried to arrest him. However, the journalist vehemently argued that he had the right to record the encounter, citing New York state and city law. The officer went against the journalist's claims and even confiscated his phone in an attempt to delete the footage. This confrontation highlights the ongoing debate regarding the rights of individuals to record police interactions. It raises concerns about the infringement of constitutional rights and the need for transparency and accountability within law enforcement.
I got you. This is ridiculous. You know, this is 100% ridiculous.
75 days.
I have a right to be in this building, just like anyone else has a right to be in this building.
There's also rules, you know. Would you
the law?
Listen to me,
Sergeant.
Listen to me. Wait, let me talk.
I'm trying to.
Listen.
I can't hear you.
Would you go to a library and cause a ruckus?
I'm not causing ruckus.
Wait.
Peacefully recording. That's not
We're
causing a
telling you
ruckus.
to remove yourself from here.
For what reason? For what lawful reason?
Answer that question. Would you do that?
What lawful reason?
Would you go to a library and do that?
Sir, I came here with, you guys are law enforcement officers. I came here with a law.
All right.
I came here with a law.
All right.
To show you, and you don't want to see the law. None of you.
Right,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different law enforcement. I have a right to record by New York State and New York City law. New York State and New York City law gives me the right to record.
But when they tell you and give you law,
no, it doesn't. Read the law. It's laminated right there for you.
The journalists involved in the incident received body camera footage as part of their criminal case. While reviewing the footage, they discovered an unidentified female officer saying, "Delete that blank."
Information to not only first name, last name, date of birth, address to the police officer.
You have everything you need on my license right there.
I'm asking you, what's your name?
It's on my license. Ron Paul. That's my name. All right there on the driver's license. There's absolutely no reason for any of this. Zero. Zero reason for this.
What's your phone number?
You don't need my phone number. It's a spot on your paper. You don't need it. You need my name, date of birth, address.
Alright, so you refuse me to give a phone number?
You have my.
I don't have your phone number. That's what I'm asking you. You refuse me.
You don't need it. Is it a crime for me not to give you my number?
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you refusing.
Yes, I'm refusing to give you my phone number. You don't need it.
Alright, that's not what I asked.
The journalist expresses that this statement doesn't come as a shock, as it reflects the mentality of some officers who oppose public recording in police precincts. They assert that the NYPD has been violating constitutional rights and state and city laws for years.
You know what breaking New York City law? You know that, right?
You know how much you have?
It's $1,000 in
Count
cash.
in front of you again, alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000.
$1,000 in cash. Correct.
Alright, so
look at the law, Sergeant. Sergeant, look at the law.
Sir, are you hurt or injured?
How are you look at your law, sir? I don't know if I'm injured.
Do you need medical attention?
No, I don't need. You said no already. Sergeant, look at the law. I'm trying to tell you that there is a law.
I don't need to
what am I
law,
being? I'm arrested for. Being arrested for trespassing.
11:20.
I want you to look at the law because it's very important. You are a law enforcement officer, Sergeant. You should really look at the law.
Determined to bring about change, the journalist pledges to use their power to abolish the unconstitutional and unlawful policy. They express gratitude for the support received and anticipate forthcoming federal and state lawsuits. In the next incident, an officer harassed and followed a driver for no apparent reason. The officer failed to activate his emergency lights or signal a traffic stop. The driver felt suspicious and instructed his passenger to begin recording for his own safety.
That way everybody can see. So I went to the gas station because I had to go get a couple things. I've been using my turn signals. Plus, I've been doing the speed limit. There's 2 cops sitting on the side of the road. This cop has been following me for like 4 or 5 miles now. Everywhere I go, he keeps following me.
The vehicle eventually pulled over and questioned the officer about the reason for the traffic stop.
I'm gonna get out and find out what the problem is.
So he turned his lights on as soon as we pulled up here.
After a brief silence, the officer stated that he would explain after the motorist identified himself.
So I just took my seatbelt off.
The motorist, invoking his constitutional rights, declined to furnish identification in the absence of legal justification for the stop.
Evening, sir. Deputy Rouse of the Sheriff's Office. How you doing? You got your license registration for insurance for you tonight?
What's the nature of the stop?
As soon as I know who you are, I'll be happy to explain that.
Is this Nazi Germany? Do I gotta provide papers before you tell me why?
Well, if I don't know who I'm talking to, in case you run off or flee, I'd like to know who I'm talking to. So if you don't mind providing your identification, I'll be happy to do it.
Recognizing the driver's awareness of the law, the officer made up a fake justification for the stop, stating the vehicle lacked a front bumper. The driver, however, swiftly refuted this assertion, and the officer eventually recognized that the driver had done nothing illegal.
Nazi Germany exists.
Exactly my point. You do realize in order to get ID from somebody, you have to have a reason and articulate that reason for the stop, right?
I'm well aware of how it works.
Well, you do realize I'm a constitutionalist, so I know this. So, unless you can articulate, this is my property, yes. Well, I don't live here, but this is my property. This is not where I'm staying, but I own this property.
While chuckling at the police's foolishness, the driver demanded that the officer call his boss. The officer acknowledged the absence of grounds for the stop at the end of the encounter.
I knew exactly what you were going to do. There's nothing wrong with my car. Every light on my car works.
Yes, sir.
So what's the nature of the stop?
Well, the nature of the stop is when you went by, it didn't look like there was a front bumper. And then as I was behind the car trying to run a registration, you took multiple turns and it appeared to be evading me. All I'm doing is checking out what's going on.
You better get your goddamn supervisor. When is it illegal to make turns?
It was illegal to make turns.
Dude, we both know where this is going, and you know you have no reason to pull me over.
All you need in Michigan is reasonable suspicion to make a traffic stop.
Yes, you have to have RAS. But what is your single articulable suspicion?
It appeared you were trying to avoid police contact. It looked like you had a bumper on the front of the car when you went by.
Dude, I'm not giving ID, because I didn't do nothing wrong.
Is this your car?
It's in my dad's name,
Is
yes.
this in your dad's name?
Yep.
Okay, sir.
Dude, this is going to make an awesome YouTube video. You just admitted that I committed no crime or no traffic infraction. When the f*** is it illegal to make turns?
Well,
there is a bumper on my car.
Officers Ashley Ploft and Adam Hobbs of the Toledo Police Department responded to an accident scene on January 1st, 2023. While there, they saw a passing vehicle and suspected the driver nearly collided with a tow truck. The officers pursued the vehicle without using their emergency lights, and it quickly pulled over. The car included two females, Kaylin Smart and Melvina Keith, who were returning home from a night out. Officer Hobbs approached the vehicle and wrenched open the passenger door without warning or conversation. This aggressive action violated Miss Smart's Fourth Amendment rights, which protect her from unreasonable searches and seizures. Officer Hobbs responded to Miss Smart's question regarding his aggressive behavior by instructing her to shut up. He ordered her out of the car and pulled her out, pinning her on the ground. Officer Ploft acted similarly belligerently, indicating that she was going to take the people from the automobile. She then opened the driver's side door, ordered Miss Keith to exit the vehicle, and handcuffed her. The cops failed to inform the women of the reason for their incarceration. Despite the fact that neither Miss Smart nor Miss Keith posed any threat, they were both violently assaulted.
Why are you opening the door like that?
Shut your mouth!
No, you.
Officer Ploft threw Miss Keith to the ground by holding her hair, while Officer Hobbs joined in detaining Miss Smart. Officer Ploft punched Miss Keith at least 5 times. When Miss Smart attempted to converse with Officer Hobbs, he forcibly threw her back on the ground and hauled her to the police vehicle.
U6. Turn the car off. Turn the car off. Out. Step out.
Throughout the encounter, the officers failed to provide a clear justification for the arrest. They accused the women of nearly killing people, despite the fact that dash cam footage indicated no such threat. Officer Hobbs falsely stated that Miss Smart had punched him many times. A passerby inquired about the event, causing the officers to create a story about the women hitting them.
Let go of my hand!
On my mother! Guess what? This I can't fight.
Officer Hobbs even claimed the women had smashed into a tow truck, contradicting his first account of a near miss.
Oh, I'm too lit for this. Peter, bruise my face up, smash me this little. Is this nigga okay? Is how is he allowed to be working? This shit is crazy. And you just smashed my head against the car.
Miss Smart and Miss Keith were escorted to the Lucas County Corrections Center, where Officer Hobbs and Officer Ploft were seen laughing and joking before escorting them inside.
Damn, you just killed people?
Was banging my head against the car.
Yeah, I sure the f was.
Because you have no other.
Because you had my hand. I don't know where my handcuff keys are.
Mine's in my right pocket.
And hey,
Post the most abuse.
The women were charged with various offenses, but not with assaulting an officer. Officer Hobbs attempted to explain his use of force by claiming he utilized joint manipulation and strikes to gain control of Miss Smart.
Punch me in the face like 3 or 4 times.
Notably, Officer Ploft had been involved in a similar event a few months previously when she assaulted Olympic boxer O'Shea Jones without experiencing serious consequences.
They drove through a crash and he crashed into a tow truck. It looked like it. I mean, there's a scrape on the side. There's scrapes on both sides though, so I don't know. Yeah, she scratched. Yeah. She popped me pretty good. Got me right square in the nose. Made my eyes water a little bit. She paid for it though.
I was gonna say my finger might be broken.
Yeah, the bite probably hurt the most. We'll see. Play back.
Officer Ploft and Officer Hobbs were both placed under investigation by the Toledo Police Department 3 months after the event on April 29, 2023. The government has 100 days to conduct the inquiry and take appropriate measures.